Hello and welcome back to Gregway Enterprises. My name is Greg Hall. Today is week 3, episode 3 of a 25-week series we're going to be doing here at Gregway, covering different sales strategies and techniques. Today I'm really excited to talk about attitude, energy, and focus. These 3 components are probably the most important components of being a successful salesperson. We've got to have a great attitude, we've got to have great energy, we've got to have great focus. If we're missing one of those, then the rest of the sales process is going to fall apart. Of course, every individual facet of the things that we're going to be reviewing are important, but these are your foundation, your cornerstone, the very, very key important traits. Let's start with attitude, and I'm going to tell you a story, something that happened to me this past week. I was in a meeting with a hot tub manufacturer. Now, this is a very large company. I was meeting with the president of the company, and the employees hadn't arrived yet, and his phone kept ringing, and finally he said, "Excuse me, I've got to take this call. This is a guy that just keeps bugging us, wanting to buy a hot tub." And I thought, what? He said, "Yeah, he just won't leave us alone." And I'm thinking, isn't that kind of why you're in business? Isn't that why you spend so much money on advertising and marketing and your internet and your print and everything that you do? Isn't that why you devoted your life and put so much money on the line, was to serve and help these people and sell them hot tubs? And he was really, really put out. He takes a phone call, and he was very short with the guy. And he says, now, what was the model? What was the color? Do you want the side to match the steps? Do you want to cover with it? All right, $500 deposit. What's your credit card? I'm ready. All right, expiration. CVC code. I was in shock. This was a $16,000 hot tub. Are you kidding me? What a horrible attitude. And that was from the top guy who manufactures, is over all the manufacturing, and then it trickles down to the employees. That kind of an attitude is absolutely horrible. And then they wonder why they have to spend so much money to sell hot tubs. Anyhow, I wanted to share that with you just to begin. Attitude, absolutely, how wrong. Anyhow, let's get into attitude. Attitude is a learned behavior from your experiences. I'll say it again. It's a learned behavior from your experiences. That means over the course of your life or your career, or as you get older, the experiences and the things that you go through and the way you respond or react to those experiences is going to have muscle memory, is going to form an attitude. It's going to be learned behavior from those experiences. So I would recommend that you try to progress and try to learn and try to always be improving. And if you see that you're slipping on your attitude, if you see something's not right, if you feel that you can do better, really, really work on that. Attitude is number one. I mean, I don't know how many hundreds or thousands of times I've gone out, or that I've told other individuals, attitude, energy, focus, attitude, energy, focus, attitude. Or I'll say to myself, attitude, energy, focus. That is vital, vital, vital. So let's work on the attitude, so when we get in front of a client, we're going to be able to draw from all of the really positive experiences from that learned behavior and have a really good experience. They can see it in your posture. They can see it how you stand. They can see it how you lean. They can see it if you're going to sit down and not get up. They can see it if you slouch. They can see it how you put your hands together or how you don't put your hands together, or the look in your eye. They can hear it in your tone of voice. They can see it in the way you dress. They can see it in the way you walk. They can see it in your eye contact or your lack thereof. Attitude. Attitude is all part of making that first impression that we talked about last week, or having an uncooperative behavior. Have you ever gone to a mall or somewhere, or even gone Christmas shopping this year? You guys are going to have Christmas shopping. And you walk in and you say to your spouse or your significant other, "Man, what a horrible attitude. I'm never going back in there again." Or you're apologizing, or almost because you've put the person out because they have to wait on you and help you with the purchase. or you're saying to them, hey, have a nice day, because they won't say it to you. And you walk out of that store, or you walk out of that dealership, or you walk away from that person, and you say, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. Attitude is also involved in that, is being resentful and being antagonistic. You don't want to be antagonistic. You want to be able to be friendly and cheerful and kind and helpful and make eye contact and have a good attitude and go out of your way to please these people and shake their hand and look them in the eye and stand up straight and have a nice tone in your voice and give them your attention. That's what that's about. So let's review it. Let's have learned behavior from our experiences that are positive. Let's have the correct posture, the correct tone of voice. Let's dress appropriately. Let's walk correctly. Let's make eye contact when we're talking with these people. Let's have a very cooperative behavior, not uncooperative. Let's not be resentful, and let's not be antagonistic. Let's talk about energy. I'll tell you another story. I was dealing with let's just say a restaurant, a very well-known restaurant. It was a franchisee. And I was talking to the owner, and we were putting together a 2020 marketing program for him. And he seemed to be kind of down and discouraged. And we talked a little bit, and I broke the ice and had a chance to visit with him. And he said, I just don't know what I'm going to do with these employees. I said, well, what do you mean? What are you going to do with your employees? He said, well, I had one come in yesterday, and she says, I hope nobody comes in today. Really? Yeah, she said that she was out late over the weekend and just didn't feel like taking care of people today. I don't even know what to say about that. That's absolutely unacceptable. So I said, you know what? Get rid of her. Don't want to pay unemployment, cut her hours back to where she's just going to quit. I said, you cannot have people in here that are hoping someone doesn't walk through the door because they don't have the energy to take care of them. Goodness gracious. Energy is about drive. It's about having a second wind. It's about having to get up and go. It's about having force and strength. It's about having a twinkle in your eye. It's about having sparkle. And it's about being in shape. It's about being in shape and having the energy. And in sales, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. In sales, it's about having the energy to give your last customer of the day or of the week as much as you gave the first one. There are days and weeks and times, you know what, that we're all human and we go, oh my gosh, I just want to go home, want to have the weekend, want to get this started, want to have an opportunity to relax. If you are calling upon a client, or if somebody's coming in to see you, they have the right and the reasonable expectation from you to have your energy, to have you be polite, to have you have the correct attitude. They do. And if you're going to be in sales, have enough courtesy, have enough respect to give them the energy that they deserve. Let's talk about focus. And I'm going to say this a couple times. Focus is the gateway to clear thinking. Focus is the gateway to memory. Focus is the gateway to learning. Focus is the gateway to reasoning. Focus is the gateway to problem solving, and focus is the gateway to decision making. We cannot focus if we're on our phone. We cannot focus if we're talking to our friends. We can't focus if we're thinking about what we did over the weekend or what we're going to do tonight, or we're thinking about problems at home, something of that nature. Attitude, energy, focus. Please, folks. Attitude, energy, focus. Be kind to these people, love these people, help these people, be in tune with these people, do everything that you can to serve these people, but do it with the proper attitude, with the proper energy, and with the proper focus. If you will combine those three elements, those are your top three elements for success. I hope you go back through and you review not only this video, but the previous videos. I want you to know that you can contact me anytime at gregwayenterprises@gmail.com or go to my website at gregwayenterprises.com. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please share them on social media. Let's have a great week. Let's have the right attitude. Let's be rested and have that energy. And let's have focus. I hope you have a great week, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.